Hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome, none and all. I will be today playing Skyrim. As a paladin. That means no magic, minus what I can rationalize. Book of Traits. That's just a bad trait. Is that... The book is alive. Oh, man. I want to be a paladin, which means my normal stealth archer build is not applicable here. Not bad. I just had 3 traits. That right there. Close combat. That's a paladin. Ah, how? Because it's an isekai paladin, I don't believe in any of these gods. The the divines or Deidre of this world are considered heresy to me. That means you miss 20 perk points. That's just bad. Definitely healer. I need that to be a good paladin. Injured knee, huh? Deidre Quirch. Ugh. That's just a bad trait. Mm. Maybe, maybe. That's 100% based on the Beggar King book. See. Out of all of these, Sacred Oath is unnecessary. Because they're automatically going to die the instant I see them. Added concept. He can remember. He doesn't know why he's not human anymore, but he can remember all past lives. He's a paladin. Bound dagger, heresy. Call? That is good for Paladin. Candlelight. Heresy. Conjuration. Heresy. That is good buff. Divine spell. Nope. Heresy. Yes. Heresy. No. Heresy. Heresy. A paladin does not drink. Nor does he encourage others to drink. That must stay here. Same goes for lockpicks. Lockpicking is a thief's activity. No. Nope. Huh. Well, that's a bug. That's an interesting item. Uh, funny concept, but that's not what I'm going for. A battle axe? A great sword. No, no, I'm a paladin. I either use a great sword or... Is that two-handed? Iron mace. Those are the things I cannot abide.
Destiny calls you. Go to it.
There's no one here to help me decide. I don't want to be the Dragonborn in this. Because I'm an Isekai paladin, but that doesn't mean that I'm suddenly like some main character who is the most awesome ever. I'm lost out in the wilderness sounds pretty close to what would happen. I'll let fate decide.
Speak and fulfilled your destiny.
Lord, help me do what is good for this to make sure. Story mode. I will do system quests, examine the room. Settings, gameplay. System settings, gameplay. No survival mode. Save on wait, save on. That's all correct. Let's see. Alexa, how long does a full day take in Skyrim?
A full day in Skyrim takes 1 hour and 12 minutes in real time. This means time passes 20 times faster in the game than in real life.
Don't save on rest, wait, or travel. Only every 60 minutes. He can die once a day. Or rather, he has one save point roughly every day. Minus whenever I save. Actually, not every 4 hours. His save point automatically updates. Which would be 1/6? Alexa, how much time passes in Skyrim every 10 minutes?
Every 10 minutes in real time, 3 hours and 20 minutes pass in Skyrim.
Let's say every 3 hours. If he dies, he can waste up to 3 hours worth of effort. Dialogue and general subtitles, yes. For anyone who's watching. I'm gonna leave that. Quests. Open wooden door. But
Speak and fulfill your destiny.
and again, let fate decide. Fate being my god. What's happening? It must be good, for it comes from
Come on
the
in. We
good
got warm
one.
food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
What? Where am I? Right.
If you bring mead, you're welcome here. Even if you don't, you're still welcome. Well, a lifetime of study, you might say. The best comes from Riften, but I haven't been there in years. Ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me. Well, a lifetime of study, you might say. The best comes from Riften.
With 3 bears
But I
down,
haven't
the
been there in
orc did
years.
frown and bid the elf goodbye. For none could know 'twas not for show, and someone had to die. What do you want? Come to gawk at the Knight of Thorns? Well, here I am, for your viewing pleasure.
He is so drunk.
Where's my dignity? Why, it's in Cyrodiil, where I left it, in the blood-stained robe of the Countess of Shadenhall.
Oh!
The same Countess who held me close to her side like a maiden clutches a rose. I am that most unworthy of fiends, you see. A liar, a betrayer, a turncoat.
That's no knight.
Yes, and she survived. Such is the depth of my failure. In fact, so pathetic am I that the Countess chose to exile me rather than take my head. One final insult for the Knight of Thorns, to be pitied rather than scorned. Why, certainly. That night I was drinking and whoring as I usually did, after spending the morning pretending to be chaste. Then I donned my helm, and in full armor, I stumbled over to the Countess's chambers, sending the guards on an assignment to oblivion. I pounded the door of her bedchamber, awaking the Countess. "Urgent business," I said. "Is the Count with you?" She told me the Count was in Bruma, discussing some sort of territorial dispute over the Countess's buttocks. Then I told her that I had good news and bad news. The good news was she wouldn't be in pain for long. Then I gave her the bad news. When I was finished, I did what most traitors do. I defiled the corpse and then laughed maniacally before returning to my bedchamber for a nap. Don't tell me how to play the villain. I am the Knight of Thorns. I invented treachery. And maybe I exaggerated a few of the details. But what do you expect from a proven liar?
No thanks.
Be gone.
Not worth my time.
Well met. Greetings, a fine day to you. Well, in that case, I'd better lower my voice. I would rather not upset my wonderful Nord hosts. This is a sensitive time after all. Eastmarch is not a place for an Altmer to be overly jubilant. Actually, I'm not in a good mood, but a normal. My mind is only which is why it came as a shock to hear one of my friends accuse me of being. It turns out that he had the displeasure of meeting my doppelganger, though I myself have never been this far north. According to him, this Altmare wore my face as if it were a tunic, and summoned my voice as if it were a spell. Only he failed to use them in the manner for which they were crafted. He was rude, salty, and threatened my friend with bodily harm. In other words, he was strong. He was brave. For a sworn coward such as myself, I was rather intrigued at the prospect of meeting such a fellow. And by all accounts, he is guilty, if his mirror opposite is any indication. Yes, he was staying here at the Braidwood Inn. That's why I get nervous when the doors of the inn swing open. None more so than the first time. I thought, how would I introduce myself? Would I even recognize him? How many of us would recognize our own face if we saw it outside the mirror? It was silly in retrospect. With the war, trying to find a Thalmor in Eastmarch is like picking your nose to wipe your bottom. So I decided instead to enjoy the ambiance. I found a table and looked up at the vaulted ceilings. All that space, and the inn still feels cozy. I was curious as to how they light the chandeliers, given how high they are, so I called the innkeeper's wife over to ask her. Yet, before I could say anything, the first words out of Idra's mouth were, "Oh, you're back. Do you want the usual?" I nodded yes, and sheepishly hid my face in my shoulders as she brought a pint of Blackbriar mead and a salmon steak. Positively sublime. It was, quite frankly, the most scrumptious meal I have ever tasted, and the portions were just right. I felt full, but not sluggish. And the mead. Something about the honey they use here. It was brilliant. It was then that I realized my doppelganger and I share more than just a face. I wonder if he too has a deep, inexplicable fear of owls. That I do, but I like some things more than others, and I have always preferred salmon over any. Yes, I thought, how would I introduce myself? It was silly in retrospect, so I decided. I was curious, yet before I could say, I nodded yes, and sheepishly hid my face in my positively. I felt. It was then that I realized my doppelganger and I share more than just a face. This might sound strange, but I knew I was safe. I knew he treated Nords here with respect, because that is exactly what I would have done. Do you mean separated at birth, like in the mirror? That would be something. Berdier Weyans is my favorite author, after all. I have always wanted a seventh brother. No offense to the 6 I already have. They are all wonderful. However, lately, I have been entertaining another theory. What if we weren't separated by birth, but by choice? What if we're the same person, having led different lives? Two Altmer of identical physical makeup, parting ways at one of life's many forks. The result is two vastly different personas, Skyrim having shaped him as much as the Somerset Isles have shaped me. Yes, if you think about it, we may choose the path of the warrior. We can choose to spend our nights in the comforting arms of our beloved. But what choices did my counterpart make? And not make? Did he come to Skyrim? I'd start by asking him about his personal history. See where our paths diverged. If our resemblance is truly as uncanny as my friend proposed, then I'm sure he will be as eager to hear about my life as well. I confess I hadn't thought that far. I can't envision a scenario where he's not at the very least curious. And given his associations, I imagine he would welcome any friendly face, not to mention a familiar one. No, evidently he came here. Yet, talking with Idra, it seems he was not at all temperamental. Save the time. I like to think that he limited his interaction with the... He understood how much more difficult... You know, we Altmer have selectively bred for centuries. In order to make... In this regard, it is quite accurate to say that many of us do look alike. I am beginning to wonder... What matters is not that we look like the Altmer, but that we act like them. That is the true bond that... Not a regret, but curiosity. It was decades ago that I rushed home to my wife that night, eager to tell her the big news. She said she had the same. Had I went first, maybe I wouldn't own a spice shop in the Shimmerine, or know the names of every passerby. I wouldn't have those days on the beach with my son, wishing I could bottle up. It all changed when my wife went first. When she brought my hand to her stomach, and I felt it kick. At that moment, I forgot what I had come home to say. I didn't want him to grow up around war, so I left the Thalmor to start a spice business. It wasn't easy with the embargoes imposed by Hammerfell. The choice I made left me with little money, long days, and sleepless nights. And yet I have never felt so wealthy. That's a good question, one that I've wrestled. When I was a child, I dreamt of becoming a Justicar. Like most, how Erendil of Cloudrest vanquished 100 Daedra in as many hours, and the tale of the Golden Seven, who uncovered the plot by the train. My skills in combat, however, relegated me to a life dreaming of battle, as opposed to participating in them. Yet, my passion for the subject was such that I sought other avenues. I trained to become a master tactician, be the playwright instead of the actor. Only life intervened. I knew I couldn't raise my son in a foreign land, and I could never abandon him the way my... Still, I can't help but wonder how my life would be different. In truth, stranger, I have not come here to validate my own choice. I have come here to validate his. I didn't want him. The choice I made left me with little money, long days, and you will never endure a more frustrating, exhausting, and stressful experience than having children. Nor will you ever find one as rewarding. That's a good question. When I was a child, how Erendil, my skills in combat, however, really, yet my passion for the subject was such that I sought other avenues. I trained to become a master tactician, be the playwright instead of the actor.
Hey, you. You're finally awake. Wait, no. Let me think about this for a minute. Need something? Nah, I don't think so. Waking up people in the mid... bunch of lazy rabble trying to make a living. Can't get better workers in because everyone's afraid of the tomb up above the mine. Dead dragons. It hasn't moved since Ysgramor, and it's not going to start now. Superstitious milk drinkers.
We're where?
Mm-hmm.
What it... Huh? Have you seen that Shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. It would seem so. Of course. Did you see my husband? By the gods! Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Yeah, mm-hmm.
Was that really necessary? Need something? It would seem so.
A longhouse for an inn? But where? Okay, that's interesting. Ooh. Pines Grove.
The Imperials think we need their laws. What is it, Argonian? What do you want, Lizard? Let me guess. It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
The Ardino boy? Who is that? Nothing called the Dark Brotherhood can be good.
You sure use a warm bed right about now?
I shan't. Okay, so I can accept white wine if it's for the sake of making medicinal alcohol. I must train. At all times, I must train. A thief is one who takes, not one who sneaks. That is a large man. But where can I go? What can I do? How can I be? Oh, I remember that game when I was still on Earth.
Yes.
Never mess with a villager's chicken. Maybe I go up then? Up?
Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
No. Why is there a oh, it's a mine. What all can I mine? Malachi. 16 tons, what do you get?
You want something? Nah, I don't think so.
I would totally play 16 tons. If I could. But unfortunately, it is not to be. It is not to be. Boom. 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 It goes both ways. So I'll go down the first one first. Ooh! More mushrooms. I'll have so much more smelting to do once I get out of here. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to do one Malachite Oving. Don't know how many there are here, but it's a good start. It's a good start indeed. One. Yeah. Chocolate. Got that one. I got that one. But this malachite mine cannot go on for miles simply because of the effort needed to do that much modeling. About 20 seconds. No. 25 seconds. Okay. Wait, I already did this? Does it just go round? That's fair, I guess.
Seen the remnants of the grove? Came here to start a lumber mill. Who knew the Nords cared about a bunch of old trees? Need something? Alright then. But, well, they did. Sacred, they said. So we work the mines until we've worked it off. Fair enough, I guess. We got the mill up and running before we found out that the big stand of trees on the hill was sacred. Now we can't cut them, and we can't afford to buy another mill somewhere else. So we scrounge whatever we can from around the tundra. It would seem so. Of course. Seen the remnants of the grove? That? Well, we got them. Now we can't cut them, so we scrounge whatever we can from around the tundra. Alright then.
Just picking up a bunch of pickaxes. One of 5, not of 6. I guess it does change a little bit. Also, what's up with the "your mother is a horker" option? That's just... That's literally calling someone else's mother a pig. There's nothing okay with it. I wonder, have they made it hurt? It has not hurt. A hoe? Why is there a hoe that I can't pick up in a mine? That's weird. So, have I depleted the mine? There is a chance.
No lollygagging.
Milk chocolate.
Oh, hey there.
Dark
Hello?
chocolate. Dark chocolate mint? Mmm. I may have just gotten rid of my bow. Oh well.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Excuse me? Deidre? No. I worship something higher. How dare you? I don't care if it's Hermaeus Mora. I worship something higher. Berries. Purple mountain flower. More tapanella. No more tapanella. More tapanella. I see. This area is going to explode in the near future. Wiping that entire village down there just out of existence. I wasn't expecting to be put into a mod village. Hey, I'm not really angry about it either. Poison spray. How did I get... Oh. It's not magic. Or it shouldn't be. Works like magic, but it's supposed to just be something that an Argonian can do. Restoration. Stale bread isn't poisoned. Moldy bread is, however. Okay, where is the nearest? I ate 2 poisoned foods, and now I have 2 food poisonings. That's fair. What was that? Another dark chocolate mint? Oh, it counts as a power. That's right. I'm gonna camp right on top of your corpse, dragon. Evil gets... the wicked get no rest. writing one's the most useful of everything I'm looking at. Time to go into snow areas.
Yeah.
I don't know why a creep cluster was on the ground, but not my problem. Those are so much wheat. None of it mine. I shan't steal.
It's been difficult on these farms. Ever since the workers left. It is. I tell you, a Nord can get crops to grow in the hardest of climes, but the blessings of Kine help too. It seems all crops flourish near the grove. Yeah, it's the two-story home near the wheat field. Kinesby is the name. I've been trying to sell it for years now. It's been difficult. Eskil doesn't want any more farmers settling in Kynes Grove. And it seems with the war there are more houses than there are people to live in them. Say, you wouldn't be interested in buying it, would you? It may not be much, but Kynes Grove is a beautiful place to live. I'd sell it for 2,000 septims.
Looks like that's it. Let's go.
I would be, on any other farm in Skyrim, but not in Kynes Grove. The grove seems to calm the wildlife. Giants often come to visit the grove, but they have never harmed anyone. It seems all life knows to respect Kyne. No, Harlife, Bralna, and my children help on the farm. And while Uncle Knut is too old for the heavy labor, He keeps us good company. There used to be more of us, though. Like my husband. Ah, stupid pig. Left for glory and war while we have 3 children to feed. Wonderful. Here is the key.
I don't know where that home is, but now it's mine. Now it's mine. So much creep.
I trust you're not planning any trouble.
No.
I hope you're not here to start some trouble. I'll fight you if I have to.
That is adorable. Where is mine?
What is... Not now.
Need your weapon repaired? Looking to protect yourself? Or deal some damage?
That's an expensive book. That's another expensive book. I'm gonna have to read those elsewhere.
All right, then.
Already got one.
Not bad. Reminds me when I first started sneaking.
A wooden greatsword, huh? I'm gonna need some leather strips. I guess first I need some... Oh, wood. Leather. do not have enough. Huh. Points and 15 points versus 40 points, 10 points, 50 points, 15 points. Oh, a bear pelt. Saber cat snow pelt. I would rather get this one. Oh, that's realistic. Not that I'll ever be doing that. Fair. And 10. Reinforced seems to be the best deal here. I'm a paladin. I want something that reflects the holiness of my lord. In which case, the only one that truly fits is this one or this one. That's 50 and 15, 40 and 15. The glow dust gem is just, it's so much better. Leather strips and greater soul gem. How did I get a more Tapanella?
Think you might be. Not sure you belong here, Argonian.
Welcome, wanderer. You must have come to see the grove. It is. It seems all crops flourish near the grove. Good day.
Actually, Matt. Bella's dead. Why is there a wood pile intersecting? Not my problem. Oh, a big wood pile has 4.
What's he doing? Looking for rubies in rubbish? Get a job!
That's a significant amount of shrinkage. We go from just a massive slab of venison to a single chop. Like, how much are you wasting, dude? I could make 5 solid meals out of that. What all am I carrying? Because I know I've got a 411. Of that, no. Of that, I've got way too much.
outsider. No reason to stop in Kinesgrove. Keep moving. Yes? How can I argue with that? Hello.
Good day.
Iron Mace of Sin's Kindling. I don't need to be an Argonian at all. Ugh. Amulet of Redemption. Alexa, what kind of spell is healing in Skyrim?
Healing is a restoration spell in Skyrim. It restores 10 points of health and stamina, costing 12 magicka.
But you can't fortify enchanting with enchanting.
understand why you're so bitter about everything.
Porker face?
I'm bitter because we had lives in Cyrodiil, and we came out here to be paupers.
But we choose our own path now. And a whole lot of good that's gotten us. I'll never understand why you're so bitter about everything.
I'm bitter because we had lives in Cyrodiil, and we came out here to be paupers.
But we choose our own path now.
And a whole lot of good that's gotten us.
Looks like a petty soul gem is how it really should work.
I don't have any business to discuss with outsiders.
That one doesn't consider it a name. It's not high quality enough.
Must you bother me now?
Must I bother you? Excuse me? I'm doing a transaction right now.
Lost?
Excuse me?
Need something? Why are you speaking to me?
I'm not.
That last brigade of soldiers said there's a tall forest on the eastern edge of the White River.
Yes, but that's too close to Mixwater Mill. We don't want to get Gilfrey angry at us for stealing
Generation
the
is
trees.
increased by 20%.
Well, we have to harvest somewhere. This is getting absurd.
I want to make money just as much as you do, but we don't want to make the Nords angry.
Who could tell the difference?
As a paladin, should I resist more arrow? No. I should resist magic. I should resist the workings of the devil. Instead of power attack, or arrow, or even just general anything else. Spell damage.
about Ulfric? Did you ever hear back from him?
No, but his house Carl sent us a letter.
Why didn't you tell me? What did he say?
He thanked us for contacting him, but said they didn't need any more lumber at the moment.
Oh.
You see? That's why I didn't tell you.
Wait, if I put it on my regular armor, I don't need to block? That's fair. Iron helmet. Melee. Iron armor. Oh. Could resist stagger. Or I could reflect damage.
There is some good news, though. I think the borders of the shrine may be smaller than we think.
Wait, so you think we'll be able to harvest some of the sacred trees up there?
Well, that's just it. Some of them might not be sacred.
I'll let you explain that one to the Nords.
They have to be reasonable
Good to see
about
ya.
it at some point.
There's a chill in the air.
Gemma, this town is called Kynes Grove. That stand of trees is Kynes Grove. You don't honestly think you can just cut some down?
Well, we have to cut down something.
Maybe we should just admit that this is a horrible place for a mill.
That's pretty fair. Where'd my armor go? Where'd my armor go? Excuse me, ma'am.
What?
I'll call the guards if you don't leave. Put something on for Talos' sake. He's been in Kynes Grove forever. Great storyteller. Owes me a lot of coin for drinks. Damn fool doesn't have the coin to pay me back, so he just beats himself up over it, and then he gets thirsty and it cycles all over again. If you could convince him that I don't care about his tab, it'd certainly make me feel better. See ya.
You must have ice in your veins to walk around like that. Yes. Of course.
Wait a second. Today's my birthday, and I've just lost all my armor. Okay. No, it is literally better for me to just have to redo everything.
Come on in. We got warm food.
Apparently...
drinks and warm beds.
Greetings, a fine day to you. Farewell. Oh, not farewell, but till we meet again.
He is happy. Let's... I'm gonna have to be very careful about everything I keep.
If you like me
oh,
so
man.
much, why not go live in Riften?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to help them. Their skills were given by the divines.
Maybe you could be a taster or something.
Haha, but I can do that right here. Right now.
Why, you... Of course. Let me know if you want anything. Or you can just wait here. Let's sate that appetite. Hmm?
Okay, don't need anything else. What about me? I do not.
Birthday.
Thank you.
See ya.
Waking up people in the middle of the night. Ah, bunch of lazy dead dragons. It hasn't moved since Ysgramor, and it's not going to start now. Superstitious milk drinkers.
What's wrong with milk?
All right then.
Waterfish, huh? Where are they getting that? Oh, you need to sleep to level up? Haha, nice. Now, where is that widow? Paladin cannot see himself from behind, and so shalt not I. Okay, the animations might be a little screwy. Why am I not moving? Well, I found how to do this. Not that it matters. Because I cannot move. That's fair. But why? Why is my movement not doubling? Why is WSD not doing as it should? It's like I'm in a VR game again. Lord help me. How may I do this? Seems to be a slight problem. A slight problem that there seem to be. Okay, that fixed it. No idea why.
If you breathe... I visited the meaderies of Riften once, as a lad. Wish I had their skill.
Oh my word. See ya. Did you see my husband? Of course. Let me know if you want anything. Or you can just wait here. I hope you'll stay for a bit. We could certainly use the business. Have you seen that Shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built... Well, this is really quite a nice town when you get down to it. Just look at the view. Need something? It would seem so. Got some nice comfy beds at the Braidwood Inn if you're looking to flop down somewhere. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? All right then.
You've got a fine look about you. Come, have a visit at the Braidwood Inn. Well, ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me.
Huh? All right then.
I guess I need to make some time pass.
With 3 bears, what do you want? Come to gawk at the... Sorry, traveler, but this seems... Did you know that the Countess of Shadenhall... They say she kept him by her side. That is, until the knight revealed himself as a turncoat and pricked. Pity, incompetence. I should have been tortured, dismembered, but the court chose exile. Something about my years of service and the countless heroic deeds I did. Bah! I should have died a traitor's death. So I will have to instead settle for an ignoble life. And where my... Yes, that was an order founded by a brief... At one point, however, one of his descendants, who disliked the Thorn... So the Knights of the Thorn became the Order of the Roses, fighters chosen as much for their incorruptible honor as their skill in battle. We swore an oath to more than the Count. We were the Unsullied, the Unspoiled. That is who you speak with. An elf who betrayed not just the Countess, not just her ancestors, but the very we did more than obey the laws of gods and men. To fight love, to fight passion, we refused to drink. And to fight, we were more than just honorable. More than... Emphasis on the word were. The Knight of Thorns does not smell like a rose. He is a poisonous vine, and his touch is venom.
True, may still have a chance of redemption. True, people who profess their purity to everyone are often hypocrites. And true, no drinking or love. What a preposterous notion of purity. It is the drunkenness and the debauchery that is bad. Not the drinking of flavor, nor the steadfastness of love.
Redemption? Are you mad? And if I am not corrupt, that would mean that my brothers and sisters sent in... For as you can clearly see, I am a boorish fool who will cover your face in spittle. We did to fight. We were more... Yes, there were always some who doubted my integrity. They couldn't believe... And they were right. As you can plainly... We to fight. We were more... I agree wholeheartedly. The knights would say a mortal does not need love when he has loyalty, or wine when he has humor. Utter foolishness. There is only one thing humor, and the only real... Or was that the whore's contract?
You never really need wine.
I can't seem to recall which is which.
And love and loyalty go hand in hand. Love without loyalty is naught but debauchery. Loyalty without love is nothing but being a puppet.
Some called me the White Rose. A paladin in pure white armor, said to be painted by a soul. I deceived all of Cyrodiil with my feats of valor. The liberation of Fort Farragut, the vanquishing of the warlock, all a ruse, an unctuous gambit to earn... Thank the divines, the steward was there to witness the entire deed, and to provide... Of course, he never saw my face. But there was no mistaking my armor, and no mistake. So it was obviously I who, jealous over her love of the Count, clumsily stabbed the woman I was sworn to protect. Oh, of course not. Such a paragon of honor acted only in the best interests of the court. Oh, and that underground hissed sap operation he was rumored to have funded? Lies! Lies perpetuated by the Knight of Thorns! After all, I tried to assassinate the Countess. How in Azora can my word be trusted? What are you suggesting? Yet perhaps that is precisely what or perhaps I'll just stay here and keep drinking, and build a new legacy as the Knight of 1,000 Beers. Now leave me be. Make it quick. Why? It was no pure. I remember chipping a tooth when I... Yet what it lacked in flora... then, as only when I looked up, I found it had gathered on the back of the biggest, ugliest ogre. You tell it. I have no doubt my infamy reached this particular ogre's ears, as even he would not deign. The dumb brute stared at me for what seemed like hours, before, if that wasn't humiliating enough, he proceeded to tear. I lacked the courage to refuse. Rather than face my death with honor, the next morning I used that strength to flee north, crossing the border.
Not bad. Not bad for a level 1.
Away with you.
Greetings, a fine day to you.
Introduce yourself. Is that? No.
What do you want,
Discovered indeed.
Imperium dogs. An outsider? No reason to stop in Kynesgrove. I can certainly share a bit of what I know.
No thanks. He looks like the sort that I would have to kill.
Until next time.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. There's a new museum opening up in Dawnstone. The owner is asking me to prepare invitations to drop off soon. I understand. Looks like that's it.
Because apparently rotten stuff is, well, unfortunately worthless in every possible way. Got some good salt piles, huh?
How dare you! I trust you're not planning any trouble.
Don't need. But I'll take it all. Is that the house that I bought? Hmm.
Pay no mind to Kilt. He is a milk drink. Many would tell you, a little mining hamlet where every evening folk... But to me, it is the most beautiful... Into growth. But when she speaks, the leaves dance to her tune. Ah, the blessed hawk above. Kine. It is her winds that she is the most revered of our gods. The Imperials know her as kin. That I do. There are 2 brothers and a sister of mine. Why do you think they joined the Stormcloaks? Nords are the sons and daughters of Kine, and yet the temple... Ah. Kinnereth is nothing more than a mockery of our goddess. All right, then.
I have done nothing. Simply because I do not know where I am or what to do. Is that my house? No. That is the Hall of Kine. Am I going mad talking to myself? Mad, I say. Mad. Mad. Is that a house? No. I mean, if this is Kine's Grove, then what about the Kine's Grove part? Or is that somewhere else entirely? I like Warhammers.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
That's not stealing if I grab it myself. You need a pickaxe to use this. Indeed you do. Finally, foods. Miscellaneous. Undo. I literally do not want any lockpicks. Diggy diggy hole, I'm a diggy diggy hole. I'm a digging the diggy diggy hole. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Saved a wretch like me. I once was lost. Now I am found. Blind, but now I see. Grace that taught my heart to fear. Was grace that filled freely. I once was a wretch. Nope, that's 4. It has 7 chords. Yes, there it is. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieve. How precious was, no, how and great was grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace and snares. I have already come. To His grace hath brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. The Lord has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be as long as life endures. Yea, when this flesh and heart shall fail, and mortal life shall cease, I shall possess within the veil a life of joy and peace. I may have to listen to this a little bit. A little bit. No. Yes. Yeah. That mud crab curse was something. What? A human heart? Gotta make sure no one else gets their hands on that. A broom! Nice, now I can help in the inn.
Make it. It shall be made, and made it shall be. Now get me a shrubbery.
Another pickaxe. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, with no less days to sing God's praise than when we'd first begun. Now, is there one I can find? Oh! A little known fact is that when this song was penned nearly 200 years ago by John Newton, it was not titled Amazing Grace. Its original title was Faith's Review and Expectation. It also had 7 verses, and not 4 as originally written. Okay, but I want to know... Oh! 7 verses a cappella hymn.
Taking vitamin D3 or D3K2 right now, you are unwillingly participating in the supplement.
Finally, some sheet music. Something I can read. Wait a second here. Am I... Am I encumbered? I am encumbered. There is some encumbering happening. The encumbering is now. I shall encumber further. Further shall be the encumbering. Why is there roots just randomly sticking out of uncracked rock? That's weird. Roots. The way roots work, like when going through rock, is the same as how they work. It is the same as how basically ice works. Just a lot faster. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blood. What in the world? Did it crash? It crashed. 100% that crashed. Why? Don't do that. That's not allowed. Bad program. Don't do that. Okay. Oh. So it doesn't change at midnight. On that note, I will see you all later. Happy birthday to me. And to anyone else whose birthday is also on the 5th. Goodbye. May the Lord bless your time and the efforts of your work. Ever more so as you are close to Him.